Welcome back. It's the topical discussion, and I'll be speaking to Honorable Medat Luega Segona as we wait for the Secretary General of the NRM. As we speak now, the National Interplatform has embarked on yet another intriguing process, rigorous, that will see the vetting of candidates. But beneath all this, let's understand the politics of National Interplatform and how it speaks to the 2026 polls. Plus, of course, how the violence, the drama, the register, and every snare that was happening in the NRM primaries would actually impact on the forthcoming polls. OHT Segona, good to have you.
Pleased to be with you. Good morning, Simon, and to our viewers out there.
Do you get a little upset lately when I call you OHT? Because it's one of those terms that became derogatory in the heat of the scandal.
You know, the trouble is with people who have failed to understand how people exercise their rights. I am not troubled because I am a student of human rights. I know that expression is a wide liberty within our constitutional framework, that even expression of ignorance is protected. And as Voltaire said, I disapprove of what you say. It may be nonsensical, but I shall defend to death your right to say it. So I am not disturbed, first because I know what it means. I'm not ignorant. Secondly, that I can never feel ashamed of being and having something good unto me, even in the face of those who may not understand.
Yeah, but you saw how much it was derided at the time when your colleague, Honorable Mpuga, was under fire. That tag of OHT went to the floor of Parliament, and it was painted in bad light.
No. I don't want to imagine that that the young man who used that word used it in bad faith. I understand that he must have used it in ignorance because he was not understanding what it meant. Our cultures, our languages communicate differently to different people. I'll tell you, for example, and I was telling colleagues in Parliament, the name Odur in Luo means a garbage collection. That's what it means. The name Odur in Ateso means something I cannot say on TV.
What is it?
I can't say it on TV. I am cultured. So the point I'm making is that different words in different languages mean different things. Now, I cannot pile up myself with someone who doesn't know what it means. I am proud to be so because I know the meaning.
Well, moving on, the vetting process within your party, the National Interplatform, kicks off this morning. Amidst lots of tensions, are you as anxious as the general public is?
First, I don't know where you collect the word tensions from. Like any other process, definitely a lot will be said about it until it's over. But we look forward to a fair, transparent, and successful exercise.
Fair, transparent?
Yes.
Fair, transparent,
and successful.
And successful.
Exercise.
Okay. How do we arrive at fairness in the process?
Of course, fairness.
Yet it's mired in a lot of mystery.
I don't know where you read your mystery from. I don't see where the mystery comes from. Yes, we had sought to improve the process through the constitutional amendment that we undertook. Unfortunately, because of the troubles of our politics, that constitution has not been given an opportunity to be tested and to work because it was injuncted. nonetheless, we would not sit and say we wait for the court to finally determine that we will embark on a process of vetting candidates. So the leadership, I believe, had to improvise a way of a process that is seemingly democratic to vet candidates, especially in those places where we have more than one candidate, as the case is in many places. So we look forward, first of all, of course,
no part is at this juncture where improvisation is the order of the day. That can improvisation yield into transparency and fairness?
Why don't you give it a chance to see if it works, to see whether it works, and to see how it works? Of course, in improvising, they would, I believe, issue guidelines to people. Yes, I believe. I'm not one of them.
As we speak today, the process is starting, but there are no guidelines. Isn't that awkward?
I have not been there to ask if there are guidelines or not. Definitely, I don't think they can start without them. We will find out from those that get there first. They will let us know. Oh, we will ask the leadership. I am not the kind of person that would raise an alarm at every small thing. I'm not an alarmist. So we, like I said, we look forward.
What's so significant? What significant features should the countries be discussing as NUP embarks on the vetting process?
Well, I told you I'm not part of the election management committee.
Yeah, but you are very instrumental in refining the legal processes of the team.
Oh, yes. One, you would look at the qualifications that we want and the benchmarks. I have sat on panels, for example, for interviews intended to recruit employees. One, we would say, if someone comes with a master's degree, it weighs these points. With a PhD, it weighs these points. A bachelor's weighs these points. But even when we go for the bachelor's degree, we would say, is it a first class? We give it these points. Is it a second class upper? Is it a second class lower? Is it a past degree? In many cases, for a past degree, I mean, if I were to determine, I would give it the lowest. Then we would go to other things. Experience. Where else have you served? Or have you served in this position, and what is your record?
Yeah, but do you
then we would put in a component of the people, if to the extent that we can.
Let's look at the template of 2020. Is it applicable? The template that was used to determine candidates, is it applicable in 2025?
I think it has significant limitations, because where you go and the way we did it in 2021, first of all, because we didn't have the time on our side, where you go in a particular small township and say, how do you rate Njalakagwa, how do you rate Segona Vega, and so on and so forth. It is applicable because we also, we are a people power movement. We want to test and to engage the power of the people. Where I've been before, you see, it is a party that selects. You may find that the person you're asking is an NRM person, that you're asking him about Medad Segona, who is a NUP, and he thinks that Segona is bad news for the NRM. What do you expect him to tell you? I think the party exercises a level of, should exercise